Hello to all my friends out there. So this video is on 2 items that is really good to stockpile and 10 tips to stay healthy that don't cost much money. Of course, 1, make your own ice cubes, don't buy them. I used to buy them for years myself, so that is one way to save a little money. Not too much, but you know, every little bit's gonna help. And then I made tea. I'm having iced tea. And one of the followers said, I miss your tea parties. And I thought, yeah, my tea parties were good. I'm gonna be doing some more, but what about today? I need a tea party right now. Every day can be a tea party. Why not? Life can be a tea party. Life can be anything you want to make it. Okay, so I bought these marked down for 50 cents. And I was really glad to find them because I go through a lot of napkins in a week. A lot. It's not the thriftiest, but I need more candles. You know, this is one of those things, don't wait until you need them because you can't always find them. So, okay, what are 2 things you want to stockpile? Peanut butter and jam. And so you might be thinking, well, yeah, but anyone knows that. But the peanut butter with bread should be pretty much of a complete protein. And then you can use your jam for pancakes. You can use honey for pancakes too. So that's 2 things you want to stockpile. So now, and I buy pretty good peanut butter. You know, if it's something your survival is going to depend on, you don't want to go cheap on those items like the flour. Okay, I bought this bread marked down. So see how I got my napkins marked down? I got my bread marked down. I missed my cookie sheets. I had to get them out to bake something, and so, you know, they're back. Okay, so now I will make myself. Okay, so now on tea party food, if your bread is a little bit frozen, your sandwiches are going to turn out much better. I find this. I buy all the peanut butter when it's on sale. A long time ago, I don't know if women do this so much now, but we used to have either bologna sandwiches or peanut butter sandwiches. All through elementary school, I think I had bologna and mustard sandwiches pretty much every day, and I came out okay. Most of the time when I make a sausage sandwich or a lot of sandwiches I make, I can't think of them right now. The only thing I put on them is mustard. You don't need that much stuff on your sandwiches. So I suggest good peanut butter. Okay, I buy this for $1. So in a famine, one of the things you might run out of might be a grape stuff. And I have a feeling that the grape stuff is one of those things you don't think about until you don't have any. So you want to, I have created a box that is just grape stuff. Because, you know, I don't want to be caught. If down through the generations we're running out of grape stuff. This is not real grape stuff, but it is grapey. You want to stockpile grape stuff. If you're a wine drinker, down through time, it was oil, wheat, barley, and wine. So this is going to be a good little sandwich. I had some men that got aggravated with the cutting of the crust off, But that's because in the world of tea parties, you know, it's so much nicer without the crust. Look at these. Look at this cuteness. Okay, so my tea party is coming along nicely. Is my tea party costing a lot? No, my tea party is not costing a lot. My tea party is a crazy cheap tea party. The sandwiches go on the bottom. And you're not supposed to overload your caddy. You're just supposed to put on enough. You know why? You know why? Because your servants can bring more sandwiches. It's just not done. You don't want to be overloading your caddy. It's not proper. Okay, so my little sandwiches look good. I'm going to wolf them down too as soon as I finish this video. And then so all you need for a tea party is some sandwiches, usually 1.5 sandwiches per lady. But you don't have to be a lady. Some cookies. These kind of cookies are yummy. Very delicious for dipping in tea. I hate it when my cookies and chips are cracked. Okay, so there's a nice little tea party for lunch. Call it what you will. It's a tea party. Okay, now for my tips on staying healthy. Okay, for survival, you need food, water, and a clean, dry place to sleep. That's about all you need. If any of these elements are missing, you're probably not going to survive. Also in these frigid areas, we could add clean, dry, warm place to sleep. That's very important. My family lived in the desert, and they withstood a lot of heat. But they burn coal to stay warm. They would buy 50 tons of coal. So a clean, dry, warm place. If it's too cold, you cannot survive. Okay. 2, to stay healthy, take a bath before going to bed. One way to avoid getting germs in your bed is to be clean when you get into your bed. I only wash my sheets about once a week. And then I put, as a side note, pre-wash clothes. Okay, if your clothes are really, really filthy, just throw them in the bathtub and pre-wash them. You know, when I started doing that, I was really amazed how filthy some of my clothes were. Number 3, if possible, drink bottled water. If possible. Or at least, if not, get those filtration things at Target. I can buy it here, bottled water, 20 cents a gallon. Okay, and then here's some things to keep around the house. Bleach. Okay, if you have any real filthiness, you need to use hospital strength bleach. 1 part bleach, 9 parts water. And in the salons, we sanitize everything 10 minutes. But even in ambulances, they don't always do that. I would buy large quantities of alcohol, A&D ointment and Neosporin, Tylenol, and vitamins. You know, why suffer? I noticed, I worked in these very, very poor shops, and what happens when they're very, very poor is they start running out of everything. I don't care if it's paper towels, I don't care what it is. They start running out of it, and they start getting pretty darn dirty too. And that's where a lot of stealing happened. Really did. Okay, I just buy my vitamins at Dollar Tree. You can take Tums, This is a good one to protect your bones. But if you have a multivitamin, that should do it. Okay, now on the subject, I also take these at times. One in the morning, one at night. I buy them at Dollar Tree. I like them. They resemble candy. And then, you know, I might have a couple of these. Okay, now my son has insisted that this vitamin C does not absorb as well, that this is needed. This stuff absorbs. And I agree, so now, you know, at my house is this. But, you know, if you can't afford this, then, you know, that's a good way to go. Keep your hands clean. You know, I was giving this guy, the street guy, the cookies out by the dumpster, and his hands were so damned filthy. And I thought, you know, that's a good way to pick up something that's really, really going to kill you. Okay, now, what did I do with that? I'll be right back. This is an important one. Keep your fingernails clean. Okay, you know, I myself like long fingernails, but when I was working in the salon, I did not like long fingernails. And I thought, why are you growing these fingernails? You know they're going to harbor all kinds of germs and bacteria. So I cut my fingernails down, and also your toenails. And wash your hands all day long if you should, you know, use the restroom or if they should get dirty. And also your feet. Keep your toenails short. The best way to keep them under control is to attend to them daily. And then wash your feet a lot with a lot of soap and water. And I douse my feet with alcohol a lot. Okay, remember when I found this? Okay, in the event that, you know, things start getting tight, these will break. And these could be good for barter too. Very hard to keep your hands clean. Number 7, keep your hands to yourself. In the day, you know, when I was a kid, my mom would tell us continuously, you know, keep your hands to yourself. That works the other way too. Other people should keep their hands to themselves. Because I told you I worked in unsanitary conditions. And when you realize some of the things people do, believe me, you don't want to hold hands. And that's a good way to pick up something. Okay, this one seems mean. Don't let just anyone in your house. Oh, and another thing on the hands, keep your hands off my dog, keep your hands off my babies. My husband used to go, oh, you are awful. I go, no. Okay. One of the ways that you can be good and sick is if you get germs, bacteria, and virus into your house. Now, how are you going to avoid that? Well, you're just not going to let anyone and everyone in your house. What you don't get in, you don't have to worry about. And it's just a good idea anyway, because then they're not in your house eyeballing your stuff. You know, I had a terrible issue at the last apartment. I did not want them in my house. I told them 50,000 times. I mean, I can tell you, honest to God, that the people came into my house. I was never in their house. First of all, I don't want to go in their house. Second, I don't want to know them. And I don't want them knowing me either. So watch out who you let in your house. One time, my mom got head and neck shingles. She was pretty much of an invalid at the time. And, you know, it's not a joke. Just don't go there. 9, protect yourself from insects. Super sex. Insect sex. Super sex. Not super sex. Super sex. Okay, I heard, and I wouldn't doubt it, that these floods are generating a lot of insects. I posted a good video, and it was on locusts in Sardinia, so you can see what terrible plague locusts can be. There's been two. The other one was in Iran. I put that one up, but then, I took it down after a while. Okay, so now on insects, your best way to protect yourself from insects is the minute you see one, that's the time. You start, I use baits. You can use powder, you can use spray. And then another thing is, if you're really careful with your dirty clothes, that can attract insects. I heard flies can smell garbage many miles away. So if you take your garbage out, aside from the fact that it harbors germs, watch out where you buy your food. I noticed when I worked in Vietnamese shops, we always had a lot of flies. Flies are the worst. One time I worked near a dump. That was a nightmare too. So you want to protect yourself from all kinds of insects. Flies are super nasty. I have seen people, flies would crawl on their food and they would eat it. Hello. Do you know what else those flies crawl on? Okay, now protect your eyesight. Okay, did you see it was on one of the channels that the Army was attacked by lumens? Okay, so I put a good pair of sunglasses out here, but I don't know where. What you want to do is, these are just a cheap pair that I bought for 50 cents, but you want to have sunglasses with you at all times. Right now they're saying that they're cloud covering us, so we're not getting any lumens of light. But if we do start getting high lumens of light, you want to wear a hat, you want to protect your head, you want to protect your eyes. Another thing is, your eyes are pretty much part of your brain, so you want to protect your eyesight. Your teeth. Okay, you want to protect your teeth as much as you can. They can cause a lot of trouble. Salt and soda, they say swooshing coconut oil around. A good dentist is the best. And vitamin K. So, okay, you guys, those are my health tips and my tea party, and God bless you all.